sessions. Here we go. Hit the like, hit subscribe, share it with somebody. We're gonna get right into this. Today's goal is to kind of just move quickly, flow through these positions, maybe try to get each position 2 or 3 times, but to try to give you a lot of exposure to a lot of different ranges of motion. Let's go. Let's start off with the old child's pose. We're gonna rock back to the feet here, butt back towards the heels and reach out your arms. We're gonna hang here for a couple breaths. Rock around a little bit. Now we're gonna come up into the lizard. Right leg forward for me. I'm gonna walk my arms out, keep my chest up, squeeze my butt. Now switching sides. Bring this foot up. Again, maybe about 20 seconds here. Squeeze the butt, lift your chest up. All right, flipping over. I'm gonna do some hip ups. Right, tuck the pelvis from the bottom, raise it up. We're gonna go through about 10 reps. All right, last one there. Coming back up again. We're gonna go into the Sphinx. So that means we're gonna be down on the elbows. Feet are straight back behind you. I'm gonna push up through my shoulders, squeeze my butt, and I'm gonna look up towards the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale. I'm gonna hang out here for about 30 more seconds. This is a good one to check in on before you try the Cobra, because again, if you get up in this position and you feel already a pretty decent abdominal stretch, let's say, you're probably good to hang here for a bit before you try pressing up to those arms. That is going to be it for that for now. I'm going to come back up, and we're going to go back to the lizard. This time, I'm going to grab my foot, and this is obviously opposite sides, right? So right hand, left foot. 30 seconds, squeeze your butt, hang out. All right, that foot's gonna go back. I'm gonna switch the sides. So hands go down, grabbing with the opposite hand, staying up on the hand here in the front. Almost there, about 5 more seconds. Flipping back over, we're going to go into another round of those pelvic tuck hip raises. So tuck the pelvis from the bottom, lifting it up here to the top. Big glute squeeze throughout once you feel like you can get them engaged. The other thing to think about here with any of these pelvic movements is that you want to definitely be sure that you can use your abs, squeeze your abs, to roll that pelvis up, right? You should make sure that the only thing that happens is you're gonna use your abs, use your glutes, but you don't want to only use your glutes to make that happen at your pelvis. That's gonna be good there. Let's come on up now. Tuck it up into a tuck hold. 30 seconds, squeeze your knees. If this feels way too easy for you, again, you can go into the straight leg version here. We're gonna hold this for about 30 seconds. We got about 20 to go. Squeeze your butt here. The lower your legs come into this position where we're trying to get into that hollow, you're gonna be able to activate your glutes at some point as your legs come lower to the floor. As soon as you can, squeeze your butt, squeeze your abs, keep that rib cage down. You've got about 10 more seconds. Point the toes, squeeze the quads, squeeze your legs in. You're squeezing everything. That's gonna be good there. Coming on up. Half straddle. So 1 foot out at the side, 1 knee out. And now rock it back with the hands, forward, back. Sometimes when I come forward, I'll do that same pelvis tuck and even kind of pull my shoulder blades apart like I was doing that, I guess that's the cat part of the cat-cow. Switching sides. Again, rock it back. All right, now from here, let's go into a full standing straddle stretch. I'm going to stay on the hands. Again, if you start bringing your feet out wider and wider, and you feel that your hips are going below the height of your shoulders, then get down on your elbows and hang there. We're going to be in this for about 20 more seconds from here. Lots of breathing. Inhale through the nose, try to exhale through the nose. All right, coming back to the center. I'm gonna flip over to the back, and then we're gonna try a back roll. So my legs are gonna come up over my torso, feet are gonna go towards the floor, and then I relax the toes down here. If you cannot get into any version of this, again, because you feel like you can't get your legs back like that, legs can only go so far. You could put your legs can be propped up on something back here, onto a couch or something. Excuse me. Or again, you can just start playing with this, rocking like this. Do some of these rocks while we all hold this position back here. Once you're in this position, I like to try to breathe into my back. That's good for now. Coming up, we are going to go into a seated straddle stretch. So take your legs out as wide as you can. You're going to squeeze those quads actively, pull your toes back to you actively. Walk out those arms. And here we go. You're going to hang here for about 30 seconds. $15 seconds. Almost there. Keep breathing. All right. Now, coming up, what we want to do here is go into first a bit of a sumo squat stretch. So you would start here up at the top, right? I like to grab my knees and guide my hands down with my shins like this. And now once I'm in this position, wherever if you're up here and you can't get any lower for now, that's okay. Just push out on those knees, try to let gravity do the work. If we're getting all the way down here, you can grab your feet, push out with your elbows a little bit, and then once we're there, we're lifting the chest up, letting the butt sink down like this, pull that chin in, pack the neck, and then we're gonna breathe here for about 30 seconds. Everything's about 30 seconds today, I know. I've seen this listed in Josh Everett's book. Is it Josh Everett? Greg Everett. Sorry, Josh. Sorry, Greg. Greg Everett's Olympic weightlifting book, or his Olympic weightlifting textbook, as the Russian baby maker stretch, however you want to interpret that. So now, an easy way to get out of this if you feel like you're really struggling inside of those hips is you're going to push your knees back, push your hips up, torso comes down a little bit, and then a good old hip hinge back up here to the top. So, back to the floor. We're going to go into that lizard again. We're going to grab the foot like last time, but we're going to go same side, right? And then notice too, you want to make sure that, you don't have to just go back here, grab the foot, and then crank yourself into position. You need to be able to get that foot up there in some way, using your hamstring actively to pull your heel towards your butt, and then get yourself in position. If that is really impossible for you, then you need to be someone who's propping the foot up on something, and then practicing actively, just in a split position, hamstring curl, lifting your heel towards your butt. That is what mobility is the ability to use the flexibility to do these actions. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. Grabbing the foot, we've probably all been here for about 30 seconds already, so let's just do about another 15 for now, and then we'll switch sides. So coming up, switching it over. So like I said, we're going to do same side here. 30 seconds out. All right, I'm going to come back to that half straddle again. This time, I'm going to get down onto my elbows and go back as far as I can. Let's go 30 seconds. Just start breathing and hang. Okie dokie, coming up, nice and slow, take your time, switching sides. Let's straighten that leg, flex the quad, extend that knee back. How long do you think? 30 seconds. A lot of action outside those doors today. I hear a lot of cars banging around. 15 more seconds. All right, coming back up. Oh God, that was a tight one today. Butterfly stretch. All right, so feet together. I like to grab my feet. Sometimes I'll take my elbows and push down on my thighs a little bit like this, right? Lift the chest up, chin in. If you can, again, get into a nice long spine position like this. Get some books, get a bench, get something, prop it up underneath your butt. And then we're just gonna hang here. And then never sleep on this old gym school move, right? This is a great exercise, again, just to get some blood flow in those hips, activate the adductors. There's a little glute action happening here too if you're active and thinking about it. If you can, walk your arms out at all, go for it. All right, moving on back up to standing straddle. This time, I'm gonna go a little bit wider. And I'm gonna get down onto my elbows. Let's be rebellious. Let's do this for a minute. Squeeze those quads. Thirty seconds. We got about 15 more. that's about it. So now, slowly, I like to creep my legs in a little bit, and then bring my arms up and continue to bring them in. You know, you guys can always just walk it forward and bring it down to the floor that way. Now, I want to sit back into a little bit of a saddle stretch, right? So I'm going to sit on my heels like this. Now, if you need something underneath your butt, as usual, prop it up. Don't forget, you could also be a little bit wider. Sometimes I'll go wider like this because I need to get my big culo between my feet and I want to go all the way down to the floor. So just walk your hands back as much as you can. Push that chest up through the shoulders, right? Don't just sag. Push it up through the shoulders. If you want to walk back further if you can, go for it. If not, I'm going to stay right here at about 45-ish degrees or a little better than that. About 30 more seconds from here. Tucking the pelvis, squeezing my butt. Sometimes too, you know, you push your shins and push the tops of your feet into the floor like you were kicking. Get a little bit more muscle activity and then breathe into that stretch. All right, coming back up. Back to our deep squat position. So, pretty much the same setup. I'm gonna keep my feet a little straighter this time. I'm gonna come down the way I said earlier and grab these feet, right? I'm gonna pull my butt down, pull my chest up, right? And then once I'm here, now we're gonna do some upper body thoracic type rotations. So what I'm gonna do is hold on to this foot, or again, this hand can go to the floor and you can kind of push down into the ground as you rotate up towards the ceiling. Replace that hand, and then again, rotating up as far as you can to the ceiling. I'm just gonna take these reps for about 20 to 30 seconds. All right, so now, like we did earlier, push those knees back. Let's do that world famous yoga curl up. So really think about tucking your pelvis, rounding the back, pulling that chin in, and then get all the way to the top. If I'm out of frame, I'm sorry. Right, pull my chin in, nice and tall. And now we go back down to the floor. So now, we're gonna jump into that curl, but before we did the Sphinx on the elbows. Now I'm gonna put hands to the floor, legs together in the back, squeeze my butt. I'm gonna drop those hips down, lift my chest up. Breathe into it. Let's inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Now slowly rocking back into that child's pose from the very beginning. Back up to the middle. Bird dog, right? So remember the old slide out and slide back in. When we come down, it's gonna be 30 seconds per side. Right, balance your weight between these 2 points. We slide it out. Flex ankle in the back, lock the knee, squeeze your core. Sliding back in, switching sides. Coming back in. Now, a couple of those cat-cows. So, tuck, round, pull the shoulder blades apart, pull that chin in, right? Pull it all apart, and then return, other direction, arch it up, get as much of that spine range of motion as we can get. Work on it, take your time. Probably go through about 5 cycles here right now. Let's do 2 more. So this will be 1. Finishing at the top. 1 more. Finishing here up at the top. All right, friends. That's gonna wrap it up for this mobility session. I'll see you Saturday morning. And please hit that subscribe button, hit the like buttons so more people can find it and I don't have to put it on Reddit and then get kicked off of forums there. Thank you very much. See you Saturday.